Hey, everybody. Thank you guys so much. I'm sorry we're a couple minutes late. It's 100% my fault. I live in a beautiful area of Texas, but the beautiful area has horrible Wi-Fi. So we had to do a little bit of technical stuff first, but we got it figured out. So I wanted to thank you for coming here. Danielle and I are very happy to have the opportunity to share with you with something that's been so amazing in our life. And first and foremost, I want you to know that all we want to do is give you information and hope that it's something that inspires you to reach out to the person that invited you to maybe ask more questions. One thing that Danielle and I have learned over the many, many years that we've been coaches is to work with people that that believe in Beachbody, that believe in us and believe in themselves. And so, and hopefully about the next 30 minutes, we hope to share with you some information that you'll be able to chew on and come to a decision for yourself, whether this is a good fit in your life. And first and foremost, I would like to introduce my co-host tonight. Her name is Danielle NATONI, and I've known her for a very, very long time. And as I just had to ask her, I've done so many trainings throughout my almost probably 16 years being a master trainer, that's where we met. She came to one of my very first PIO trainings in Texas, and I got the opportunity to meet her. And we became friends, kind of because we were in the same area, the same demographic, and taught at the same gyms. And so I kind of knew of her. But here lately, in the last couple of years, she's become one of my closest friends and someone that I really look up to and respect. Now, I could tell you all of her accolades because she has a list this long, but I think what you'll love the most about her is she's in a wonderful marriage with a man that absolutely adores her. She's the mom of two beautiful girls. She's also the mom of a pretty cool cat. She's also a master trainer and a very, very successful Team Beachbody coach. And I think the only thing that would make sense to you that I told you about her is the fact that she won what was called the CEO Award. And there's only one person every single year that gets that honor, where Carl Deichler from Beachbody hand selects a coach that he believes deserves that award, and she got it. So that speaks volumes for her, and I'm very blessed to call her friend and to introduce her to you.
Well, thank you for that, Melissa. And I'm really excited to talk with you guys. And yes, I had the amazing opportunity to train with Melissa. Oh gosh, I'm guessing close to 8 years ago now. And we are amazing friends now. But in the beginning, I looked up to her, and I still look up to her as somebody I wanted to be like, someone I aspired to not only build my business after, but also to model my life after. And seeing her happy marriage and her raising her two beautiful children. And, interestingly, she also has an exotic cat as well. We run these very parallel lives. She's also a successful master trainer. And, what's one of the really great things about her is that she mentored me in the beginning when she didn't have to. She saw a spark in me when I didn't yet see it in myself. So I've really gotten to grow up with her, which has really been special because I think she's seen the girl that I was and the woman I am, and that woman that will grow to be together, because I know that she will be someone in my life. And the reason that I wanted to emulate my success after hers is because I don't think there's somebody that has it any more figured out than Melissa. When you talk about success and you want to talk about a list of accolades, Melissa really has a strong list. I think she is top 10, 5, 6 years in a row, which means that she is always one of the top Team Beachbody coaches, no matter how long her business grows. And also, she's a successful master trainer as well. That's something that both she and I have been able to do, is build two successful businesses that are similar but different. And she's also achieved what's called double superstar diamond, which means that she's been able to take her business, which is the highest achieving rank, twice. So when I think about who do I want to be like in this business, I think about Melissa, because not only that she's compassionate, and she's caring and she cares about people. So I'm honored to be doing this call with her and to be running our businesses side by side, even though we don't directly affect each other. So I want you to think about that for a moment. We are doing this call together because we believe in each other, and we believe that when successful people build each other up, they grow exponentially. So really quickly though, let me tell you how I got into Beachbody, because my story started a little bit differently than maybe you. You may be someone who already loves Beachbody, and that's why somebody invited you to this call. When I came to Beachbody, I actually was not looking for a fitness solution, and I had never heard of our company. What I needed was a financial solution. I was drowning in debt. I was an elementary school teacher, and while that's a seemingly good paying job, what I found myself was in debt. And I don't mean good old-fashioned American credit card debt. I mean the kind of debt where creditors are calling your work, they're calling your home, they're calling your parents, your family members. I could not make it paycheck to paycheck. And because I was a school teacher, I was at a point where I needed a secondary stream of income. What could I do on the weekends and in the summers in order to try to pull my family out of debt? I was in a different marriage at the time, and I had had children kind of young at 22, just made a lot of poor financial decisions along the way. And I had always had a side hustle. I always waited tables or bartended. And I thought, I don't want to do that anymore. What could I do to bring in extra money? Oh, I like fitness. Now, that may be a strange sentence to you, but I have indeed always loved fitness. So I thought, well, those fitness people teaching classes are super cute and fun. They must make a lot of money. And I had no idea that people who teach fitness classes do it because they're passionate about helping people, really because of the paycheck that they may bring in. But thankfully, I made that decision to find out how to become a group X instructor, group exercise, because that was what brought me to the person who introduced me to Beachbody, my upline coach, and her name is Jackie Woodfin. And she was a Turbo Kick instructor. I'd never heard of Turbo Kick either, had no idea that Turbo Kick was Chalene Johnson and that Chalene Johnson was a super trainer for Beachbody. All I knew was that there was this blonde woman with big hair and a sweet centered voice who looked me dead in the eye and said, Danielle, I think you would crush this. And as cheesy as that may sound, for whatever reason, I believed her. I believed her. There was something about her and the way that she looked at me that I said, I don't know what it means to be a coach. It may potentially be a scheme. I'm not sure if this is one of those pyramid things. I'm not really a salesperson. I have no idea what PX90 was because I was certain she was calling the program the wrong name. I had no idea who the black guy with the abs was who was doing the hip hop abs. But I thought, if she can do it, why not me? And all I knew is that what I was doing right now wasn't going to get me out of the situation I was in. And so if you're feeling a little tug of wondering right now, like, why not me? Or if when the person who invited you to this call said, have you ever considered doing what I'm doing? I want you to listen to the voices in your head because I didn't have all the answers. But what I knew was I think Beachbody might be the thing that forever changed my life. And I certainly was right. So that's how I started. Now I want Melissa to share with you how she started because it was slightly different than the way I started.
Yeah, it was. In fact, it's funny that you say that financially because one of the things I always tell my newer coaches is to never dismiss anybody because on the outside, everything looked great with me. I was already in great shape, as was Danielle, and my husband was affording us a great lifestyle. We had a nice home. I drove a brand new car. I got to stay home and raise my babies. I was a fitness instructor, as Danielle said, just for the love of it, the labor of love. I think I spent more on gas teaching my classes than I got paid, but I love to do it. And my girlfriend, Michelle Park, who was my coach, reached out to me because we were both master trainers for Chalene Johnson at the time. And she said, you know, Chalene has partnered with Beachbody, and she did her research, and she thinks that, you know, if we ever want to get paid what we deserve, pouring into people so much in their health and fitness, we should become coaches. I was like, oh, okay, what is that? And she goes, I have no idea. But if Chalene says we should do it, we should do it. And Chalene has been my mentor for many years, and I trusted her. And so I was grateful that Michelle asked me because, you know, the income wasn't an issue for me, and getting in shape wasn't an issue for me. But the one thing that I was lacking in my life at that time that Beachbody has had the biggest impact for me was community. I was really pouring into my kids at the time. They were younger. I was a stay-at-home mom. That was just something that my husband and I were adamant about. And so I decided to become a coach just for the community, just to surround myself with amazing other women that I already knew and loved. All the other master trainers were joining. I didn't want that fear of missing out. And so I became a coach for that reason. And my why changed later on, as Danielle's did as well. When you start, it probably is, you've got that one why. And then as you grow, it becomes something else. And for me, a few years in, I realized I thought it was the American dream. I got to stay home. My husband had a great job. But then I realized he was working over 70 hours a week. And that was killing me. My kids never, ever saw him. And I thought, wow, if I really pour myself into this business, there's a chance that I can take some of that financial burden off of him, and maybe he doesn't have to work as much. Well, 3 years into the business, I was able to completely retire him. So he's been retired now for 6 years, and finally making up for lost time of all those years that he worked 6 days a week, at least 12-hour days. So big, big life change for us.
So I'm guessing you're wondering, what do we do? What is it that a coach does that makes this amazing life change? So it really is simple. Now, that doesn't mean it's not hard work, and it doesn't mean it doesn't come with its challenges, but it really is a very simple process that we've narrowed down to 4 vital behaviors, just 4 things that you have to do every single day in order to be successful in this business. So I want to share the first two with you. And the first one is actually the coolest of them all. And that is be proof our products work. And why that's the coolest of them all is because your job description, your main number one duty is to be the best version of you possible. Literally, your job description is to be as healthy and as happy as possible. When you clock into work every day, you get to clock in by making yourself fit, happy, and healthy. So being proof the products work is something I am extremely passionate about, because even though I teach classes in a gym, that's separate. I love that. But I do my own personal workouts at home. And this is from a former recovering gym junkie. The girl that thought in order to get results, you had to go to the gym. And I will tell you what, the only time I go to a gym now is if I'm traveling and there's not enough space in my hotel room in order for me to get it done. Because even then, if there is enough space where I can push some furniture out of the way, I am doing that workout in my hotel room. I love that my number one job each and every day is to make me the best me possible. The first workout program I ever completed from start to finish was the original Insanity. And let me tell you how life-changing that was. If you don't know me or don't know my story, if I had not done the original Insanity from start to finish, first of all, I wouldn't learn the life skill that I feel transfers into every piece of what we do. There's so much more about doing a program from start to finish than just getting results. It transfers into all things in your life. When you can give that dedication to not miss a day and to stick with it even when times are challenging, you can do anything in your life. I truly believe that's a skill transfer. But also, I went from fit to fitter and got asked to be in an infomercial. On the set of that infomercial is where I met one of my absolute best friends. You may have heard of him. His name is Sean T. On the set of that infomercial, I met my now husband, who, by the way, Sean T became an online minister and married us almost 3 years ago. So when I say Insanity changed my life, I mean it both literally and figuratively. But from there, I just went to complete program after program after program. And what I will tell you is this: I get asked on social media a lot, okay, but really, Danielle, what else do you do beside Beachbody programs? And my answer is always, I don't. Or, okay, but how long do you work out every day? Less than an hour. And matter of fact, Melissa and I both had the honor of being in the 80-day obsession test group, and those workouts are an hour. But up until that point, basically every workout I have done has been 30 minutes. I am one of the modifiers in Insanity Max 30, which is a 30-minute workout program. And T25 is a 25-minute workout program. And 22-minute Hardcore by Tony Horton is a 22-minute workout program. So honestly, a lot of my results have come from 30 minutes or less, which is amazing. So I have done program after program after program. Beachbody. Beachbody is my business and my body and what keeps me healthy. And what I love about it is I can wake up in the morning and do my workout while the kids get ready for school. I can do it while they're at school. I can do it in the evening. I can do it wherever when I travel. Also, I don't know, and I should probably knock on wood, the last time I've been sick. And while I should probably put some kind of disclaimer on, all results, and this has not been tested by the Food and Drug Administration, but I know that I've not been sick in years because I drink Shakeology. And anybody that I love drinks Shakeology. My parents drink it, my kids drink it, my husbands drink it. And if my cat could drink it, I'd make him drink it too. And this is what is really cool about you potentially becoming a coach, because your number one job before anything else, before sharing this with your friends, before thinking about the fact that you're a business owner, is pressing play on a workout every single day so that you get movement into your body and fueling your body with nutrients and whole food nutrition that's going to make you healthier on the inside, which guess what? Translates onto the outside. I am 39 years old and I feel like I am aging in reverse. My skin is clear, my hair is silkier, and I 100% know that the health benefits that I have are from Shakeology. And then we have so many other products now that are amazing too. Like if you've not seen Energize, which is, our pre-workout, I literally can't live without that. And my younger daughter drinks Daily Sunshine. Your number one job every single day, by being proof the products work, is to be the best version of you. And in line with that is our second vital behavior, personal development, is making sure that you fuel your brain as much as you fuel your body. We're telling you, hey, you know what? You can't just work on the outside. You've got to become a better person on the inside. And you guys, if you could have met the girl that joined Beachbody almost 8 years ago, I was broken, not just financially, but emotionally. My posture wasn't as tall. I wasn't as confident. And I was pretending to be perfect when life was anything but. But thanks to the power of personal development, I am a stronger, more confident woman, not just a business owner, but a wife, a mother, a friend, a daughter. And so what is so cool about personal development is we say, hey, we want you to be the most well-rounded person ever, so that when you're talking to people, you feel good on the inside and on the outside. And so honestly, personal development has become one of my favorite pieces of what we do as a coach, because we're saying, you know what? We want you to be healthy on the outside, healthy on the inside, and fuel your brain and your body every single day. So Melissa, what are the other two vital behaviors that we have to do every day?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned Shanti, because he was my workout today. I did T25. And one of the things I love about always doing programs at home is, of course, they're travelable. And when we were in Punta Cana, which we were together, which I'll talk about here in a second, every day it was T25. And so when I was doing it upstairs in my cabana, in my mind, I was reminiscing about that wonderful vacation that we were on, because it just brings back great memories. So I have to agree with Danielle when it comes to the short workouts. The 80-day obsession test group, the hour-long workouts, was very new for me, but for me as well. It's 30 minutes a day, and it's committing to a program. And I've had the honor of being in a few videos myself, and that's just another perk of being a Beachbody coach is maybe being able to be a part of that. In fact, if you look at Danielle, she's in a hotel right now because she's filming a new Insanity live workout, and she's got a girlfriend that maybe we can get to say hi at the very end, Ashley, who's another coach, and she'll be in the video as well. But there's just so many perks above and beyond being a coach and be able to help people online. We have the third vital behavior is called invite. And so what that really entails is, the reason I put our social media up on this group is because I kind of just wanted you to scroll through and see that it's nothing about holding up products and talking about sales and all that kind of stuff. It's just us showing our lifestyle and how Beachbody has inadvertently made it a more positive place, and our households are healthier than they were prior to becoming coaches. And Danielle and I and a lot of coaches run accountability groups online. And so taking the time to invite somebody that you know that's been following you for a while or comments on your posts about your exercise or about your healthy meals or your Shakeology, and you just, inviting them. Like I mentioned before, if Michelle had never invited me into this coaching, my life, my husband's life, my children's lives, thousands of people's lives would look different because she didn't invite me. And so your job is just to invite and to give people information through social media. So right now, Danielle and I are doing a coaching opportunity. And if you could see, there's almost 200 people in there, just inviting people and allowing them to come in and get the information to make the decision for themselves. So it's very easy to do, especially through social media, but it starts with relationships. It's never something that you reach out to somebody that you've never talked to before. There's a relationship that starts there first. We're in the relationship business. And so the third vital behavior is to invite people. And the fourth one is probably my favorite, which is to recognize people and reward them. Beachbody does a phenomenal job. Danielle and I have gone on countless trips thanks to Beachbody because how much we care about our teams and helping people get healthy and fit. And myself, I tried to count. I think Beachbody has funded as a reward for myself 13 trips, and 7 or 8 of those have been international trips. So they take care of you when you take care of others. And most likely, whether you're a stay-at-home mom like I was, or even a school teacher, they're almost thankless jobs. And so getting that reward and recognition just doesn't happen enough. And it feels so good when it does, especially when you're doing the right thing. In corporate America, most times what happens is you almost are a threat to somebody else in your job when you are doing really well. And so there's no reward or recognition there. And if anything, people are threatened and it's an uncomfortable environment. Here, you thrive with when you do well. You have people around you that really want you to do well and will do everything that they can to make sure that you're successful, which is a wonderful environment to be in, and why I've hung in there for over 9 years and just can't let it go. Because for me, my love language is rewards and recognition. And so it makes me feel really good inside. And I've been able to watch women get transformed that way with those rewards and recognition that happens on the daily. Danielle and I both have coaches that just came from the UK, and they were rewarded with a trip to Mexico. And how exciting is that for us to be able to meet them in Mexico? I think it's in March or April, and be able to spend time with them because they helped people get started right in their health and fitness journey. So that's all 4 of those. The reason we call them vital behaviors, because they're just like the vitals of your heartbeat and your blood pressure. They are vital to your business. But if you can tell yourself, I can do a program from start to finish, I could drink a chocolate shake every day, I can invite people to join me, and I can recognize and pat people on the back when they do a job well done. If you can say you can do those 4 things, you'll be a very successful coach. Where are we at? Oh.
Okay, so you might be thinking, well, I'm not fit enough to be a coach. Or Danielle and Melissa, I'm not fitness instructors like you guys. You want to know what's interesting? It is harder, in my opinion, for Melissa and I to build this business than for someone who is on the start of their journey. A matter of fact, a lot of times when people say to me, Danielle, I think I should wait, I tell them, don't wait. You want to get people right from where you're at. And you know what? You are perfectly made just the way you are to be an amazing coach. If you look at all the most successful coaches in Beachbody, there's not one of us that looks exactly the same. We all have different shapes, different sizes, come from different backgrounds. Some are instructors, some are not. Some have like one of my top coaches is a mom of 4, has never taught a class, and that's okay. And then there are some that are fitness professionals. You do not have to be fit. You don't have to be one weight. You don't have to have abs. You don't have to have anything other than exactly who you are. You are perfectly made. However you are sitting in this group right now, you are ready to be a coach if you have a passion for people. That's it. That's all you have to have. So I want you to clear that out of your head that you are not fit enough. And I want you to remember that you are perfectly made right now to be a coach. You have everything waiting right inside of you. Now, I know what else you're going to say, but Danielle, I'm so busy. And I understand that everyone's version of busy is their reality, but you're not too busy. When I first started this business, I was an elementary school teacher with 2 small children. I started my group fitness career 14 classes a week. I started personal training. I had a husband at the time who was a different husband, so not as helpful in all of that. Okay. And I could have said, you know what? I'm too busy. But I knew that I loved people, and I knew that I loved this business. And I gave myself 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes at night. That's how I started. And now over time, obviously I do this full time and I have more time, but you are not too busy. I'm probably going to mess up this saying, but there's a saying, something goes like, would you rather work part-time on your own dreams or work full-time on somebody else's? And I think I messed that up, but I think you get the point. You're not too busy at all. And you know what? You're your own boss. You can put in as many hours as you want or as few hours as you want. You can come in simply for the discount at first, or you could start out as a hobby coach who wants to earn enough money to pay for Christmas in cash, or you can work all the way up to where you're like, I am so obsessed with this, you have to pull me off my computer. You get to decide how much time you put into this. You're not too busy if you really want to make an impact as well as an additional income. Now, you might be thinking, well, Danielle, isn't this one of those pyramid schemes? And what I would say to you is, well, pyramid schemes are illegal, and I wouldn't do anything illegal, and neither would you. And I also bet if I asked you what's a pyramid scheme, you would say, I don't really know. So it's not, and we'll just leave it at that and move on. Neither Melissa nor I would not do anything that was not absolutely beneficial for our families and for our lives. We've been doing this. I'm coming on 8 years. I think Melissa's like 9 or 10. And Beachbody is a company that's been around since 1996, I believe. And I don't think anyone's going to tell you that P90X is a scam. So just know that if anyone asks you that, your answer is simply no, it's not. And really quickly though, let me draw this idea of a pyramid for you though, because when I was a teacher, there was a superintendent of the district, and then a principal at my school, and then assistant principals, and then teachers, and then paraprofessionals, and then all the janitors and support crew. It's interesting the shape that similarly takes. I think almost all industries are in that hierarchy or shape. And then the last thing you might say is, oh, well, I don't have as many friends as you, and I don't have a big social media following. When I first started, I barely had a Facebook account. I was still upset MySpace was gone. Hopefully you're old enough to know what MySpace was. I did not have an Instagram. I don't even think Instagram existed, if we're being completely honest. And the only reason I had a Facebook was because I had just moved from Florida and my family wanted to see my kids. I didn't have a huge social media following. I built it one follower at a time, one post at a time. And so you don't have to have a big network. Matter of fact, I'm celebrating a coach recently. I brought her with me to Vegas as my guest. She comes from a town of 300 people. There's not even a stoplight. And she is currently a 5-star diamond qualifying coach. And you may not know what that means yet, except that she is growing a really big business and is going to be considered a big leader within our company. And she's doing that from a town of 300 without a stoplight. So basically, you can't give us an excuse. You have everything that you need. So your network isn't too small. You're not too busy. You are absolutely everything you need to be a coach. Mel, I think it's time to tell them how we earn money.
Yeah, it's like that's all good, but how do you earn money doing this? And I always want to preface this that I think Danielle would agree with me that I would do this for free. And ironically, I swear, my husband and I were eating dinner tonight together. And he's like, kind of sarcastic, but he's like, how are you so successful at this for so long? And I looked at him and I said, it's my wheelhouse. It's what I love to do. I love to help people. I love to make people feel good. I would do it for free. I really would do it for free. It's just like teaching class. You know, you get that you're not with coaching, you're not held to your demographic. You can help people now internationally all over the world, where if you teach fitness classes or you're a personal trainer, you're really stuck to a 20-mile radius. And this breaks that barrier and allows you to help people, which is really the heart and soul of why we do what we do. And hopefully that's why you're interested in doing this. But of course, there's a financial reward, as there should be. You are going to be helping people and taking time away from your own families. And anytime that you do that, you should be paid financially for it. That's why doctors are paid. That's why lawyers and pastors are paid, because they're taking time away from their family in order to do that. And they have to make a living. And that's us as well. It's just, it ended up being a very good living. So there are lots of ways that we get paid. And I just want to encourage you, if you want more details, to reach out to the person that brought you here, because I don't want to go into it too much because it might go over your head. But just know it, of course, starts with commission. You make anywhere from 25 to 40% commission. You don't have any inventory or anything like that. So please keep in mind, this is such a cutting edge company. You have a website. You are no different than Amazon. You go to Amazon, you see these amazing products, you read the reviews, and you pick a product. But the advantage of us is that behind the product is a caring coach that wants to see that person succeed. But we are no different than any other company. And so you get commission from that. Not only that, but you also get what we call a team cycle bonus. And all that means is that you are creating your own tribe of men and women that end up having the same passion as you, because you have shown them the positive impact that Beachbody has on your life. We have what's called a matching bonus. And what that does is it helps you make leaders. Like Danielle just talked about, her new 5-star qualifying coach. Amazing. Danielle's going to get rewarded for her hard work and her contribution because Danielle poured into her to help her become the leader that she is. And then last but not least, we have what's called a quarterly bonus, which is just a fun surprise every quarter. It's like, oh, this is wonderful. And that's because you are a leader. And Beachbody rewards their leaders with a quarterly bonus. They share part of the profits with the leaders in the company. So lots of different ways to get paid. But you're definitely very well taken care of it in the right way. It's helping customers, helping your coaches, and helping yourself and your family develop a very successful business.
Yeah, so your income is directly reflected from the impact you're making on other people, which is what's really cool about this, is you can't earn a great income if you're not having a big impact by helping others. And Melissa and I want you to know that we help you. So do this call in some way, shape, or form is tied to Melissa or I. And what's really cool about that is you don't just sign up and we go, okay, good luck, best wishes. That's why this is truly a team effort. What we say to you is great. We want to be family, no differently than you take a child and, to that stage where one's about to leave the nest. And I know that Melissa's an empty nester now, but you take them through stages, and we're going to take you through stages. So we'll teach you how to walk. And then from teaching you how to walk, we'll send you off to your first day of school, all the way on out to college. And, that means that we're going to train you along the way to help give you the tools necessary to impact the most people. And that's what's really rewarding about this, is that you are going to get the training necessary on the job right from day one to really help the most people possible. So just know that you're not in this alone. And you may get multiple trainings. Maybe the person that invited you is like my great grandkid in the scheme of things. So that means you're going to get their training and the person's training above them, and so on and so forth. That's what's really cool about this, is it really is a team-wide effort, not to mention that Team Beachbody Corporate gives you training as well. So not only do you get individualized team training, but Beachbody pours into you guys so much. You have an entire back office filled with resources. You could literally geek out on research and just learning as much as you wanted to learn about how to be a successful coach. And we're going to help you to do that. So just know we've got your back every step of the way when you decide to go and become a coach.
Absolutely. A lot more than, even when Danielle and I started. None of that training was in the back office, and we managed to do all right. So you guys have a little bit of an advantage than we did. And we know what it's like to be a brand new coach. And so we've learned how to really kind of hold your hand and help you in the beginning so that you're successful for many years to come. And so you're probably wondering, well, what are the next steps? But let me ask you, does your environment right now represent you 2.0? You know that saying that you're most like the people that you hang around with. So I want you to think about those people that you're close to right now. The friends that I had 10 years ago are not the friends I have today. They're wonderful people and they're still in my lives. But what I have learned is to handpick people like Danielle that I just look up to tremendously, that I know are going to make me a better person and cause me to level up as a leader, a wife, a mom, a friend, even physically. She causes me to level up physically. stay even keel with her, keep the abs popping. So most coaches, and not every coach, we all have our own little tweaks on it, as you should, because this is your business, your brand. But we run what are called challenge group or accountability groups. And so depending on where you want to go, if you want to, walk with this business, get comfortable with it, you want to kind of play around with it, or you want to sprint out of the gate, we'll take care of you and make sure that we're following your footsteps just as fast or slow as you want to go. So maybe you want to, just become a part of one of our challenge groups as a coach, but to pretty much kind of be a customer first to see what it's like so that you're more comfortable playing the role that you see us playing. And then some of you are like, nope, I want to go. I'm ready to go. Tell me what to do and I'm going to do it, especially this time of year, right? And so wherever you're ready, whether you want to be in a challenge group or be in a challenge group and instantly start running your own and creating, some revenue yourself, get your Shakeology for free, start to earn some income. It's very easy to double your initial investment your first month. Very easy to do. And we could show you how to do that. But that's really it. It's just reaching out to your coach. It starts with a challenge pack. And a challenge pack, and the best deal I think that we have, I'm sure Danielle will agree, is our annual All Access Challenge Pack, which gives you Beachbody On Demand for a whole year. But guess what? You couldn't even go through all of the programs in 1 year. There's actually too many programs for you to do each workout to get it all done in a year. But you have a whole year to work with Beachbody On Demand and to go through programs that inspire you. And you get a whole month of Shakeology as well, because it's going to take you a month to go whole. I can't live without this. But to put it in your system for a month, I think for me it was about 5 days that I was like, okay, this is a game changer. But they give you a whole month to put it in your system so that it's the one thing, like Danielle said, that's going to heal you from the inside. And so it's a challenge pack, and that's $160. And the beauty of that is when you get the challenge pack, there's no sign-up fee. So to become a coach, all you need to do is get product for you that's going to make you the best version of you. Join a challenge group either as just a customer or go full out. And my most successful coaches, if I can be honest with you, I call them my ignorance on fire. And they don't know everything. They have not been through the trainings, but they just feel that passion in their belly to go, oh, I want to help people. And they just go for it. And they're so successful. So wherever you are, wherever you want to start, we're ready to walk, run, or sprint with you and get you going just as soon as we can.
And we will leave this group open. It's not going anywhere. So if you have questions, ask them. We will be here to answer them. But here's what I want you to know. My life would be completely different today. I may even get emotional as we close out this call, which is why I'm guessing you asked me to close it. But I know for sure that had Beachbody not come into my life, that I would still be broken. I believe that 100%. And it is not just about the way I appear on the outside. While I do feel that I'm gracefully aging, but the girl who joined this business, you've heard me say repeatedly, is not the woman that I am today. And yes, I have been able to get myself out of debt, and I have been able to build a legacy for my family that I never thought was possible. I've been able to make an impact and have an influence. But above all else, I have been able to honestly dream big and believe that I can have a difference on this world. And you can have that same difference too. And it starts with you. A lot of you may be parents and your children are watching you. And I know that I am creating a better future for my children by making them see that their mom has healthy habits, that their mom, has hustle and heart. And so what I hope that you'll take away from this call is not just the opportunity to start a business, but the opportunity to change your life, your children's life, their children's life, because this truly can have a generational impact. The healthier you are, the healthier the people around you will be. So I want you to sit and just kind of close your eyes for a minute and envision the life that you always thought was possible, but didn't know how to get there. I have traveled the world. Like Melissa said, I had never traveled anywhere before I was a Beachbody coach. I have, gotten out of debt, met people like Melissa who I just have lifted me up and have made me level up to be a better person. I am who I am because of Beachbody, and I want you to be who you were destined to be because of Beachbody too. So why not you? You have everything inside of you to do this. Don't let a second of doubt creep in. Don't let a moment of fear creep in. You don't have to have it all figured out. Just get off this call, message the person who sent you this and say, you know what? I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm so excited about that. I'm all in. Let's get started. So on behalf of Melissa and I, thank you so much for tuning in. We know that you had to give away time from somebody or something tonight to watch this, but we know that this could be 40 minutes that forever changes the course of your life. So I hope that we get to see you in the future and work together and create something really special and meaningful. And I look forward to that opportunity. So
thank
Melissa,
you guys.
any final words?
No, that was beautiful, Danielle. Thank you guys. Looking forward to hearing from you all.